How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. I can't let him squirm out of this one. I've got to find something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to this crime. Do I have evidence that would say that? Hold on. So that's something else. We did the handprint, but it's saying that's false. Okay. I don't think I have anything. I don't know. I feel like it's something here I need to present. But I don't know how... Maybe I do need to read that report. I don't know if that has anything to do with this, but... serial murder, sentence, death. Edward Jones, Edith Kirby, Jeff Bates, Neil Marshall? Wait, is Officer Marshall related to this person? Miles Edgeworth, Lana Skye, Emma Skye. Executive investigators, Damon Gant, Lana Skye. And investigator Bruce Goodman, investigators Jake Marshall, Angel Star. Why would they let a witness be an investigator, though? Wouldn't that make you be put out of the case if you were a witness to it? Let's maybe take a moment to, like... I appreciate you guys are having a conversation. I just want to make sure it doesn't spiral further. Just let's keep in mind that one, it's really hard to read tone in text sometimes. Everyone has this problem, whether you're neurodivergent. Thank you. I was trying to picture that word in my brain, but it wasn't spelling right in my brain. That's what I mean. Whether you're neurodivergent or not, tone is really hard to read in text. And I think we can all agree that while you might type it one way, you can't guarantee that another person is going to read it the same way you typed it. I have this issue all the time. I don't think any of you were like personally attacking each other, which is great. I do appreciate a good level conversation. Just, let's all just keep in mind, we're good. We're chill. We're just, it's all okay. Everything will be okay. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, though. This is why I'm getting so distracted. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I think one thing I'm kind of noticing, I don't know if I have the piece of evidence, but it looks like something's sticking out of the locker at the end there. Yeah, okay. So, I don't know if that has... I don't think that has anything to do with right now, though. There was something sticking out. Was it this glove that was sticking out of that locker? Or was it a piece of shirt or something? I don't think I have that evidence. But yeah, at the end, you see, like, that last locker, there's suddenly, like, something hanging out. But I don't remember what that was. It might have been the glove, but I think it was, like, a shirt or something. I don't think it was... And then, hold on, let me see something too. The light wasn't on that locker, so it's not... So whoever opened that locker and shoved something in there, it was that person because they had to use their fingerprint to get in there, unless they faked it. But, like, it's more leaning towards, like, whoever owns that locker is the one who did it. But we don't know who owns that locker. Do I press this maybe? Maybe he'll say something. Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of murder. He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different. Thanks, Judge. I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. I don't know if I can point it out. I don't know if I can point it out here, because they might be like, okay, what does that matter? But let me see. Let me try presenting the scene of the crime again. Nope, that wasn't it. Fuck. Can I present the tape? Maybe? Wait! Was he... Hold on, now I feel stupid. Hold on. Was he wearing a glove in that tape? Hold on. Oh, I hate we can't fast forward. Now I gotta see if this guy was wearing a mask or not. Or, a mask. Oh my gosh. Full circle. If this guy was wearing gloves. We know a glove fell out. But he's not wearing gloves. I don't think. Is he? I don't know. It's black and white, so it's hard to tell. But is he wearing gloves? It looks like he's not wearing gloves. That's not the train of thought? Fuck. Then what is it? I don't know. How? Okay, if that's not the train of thought. It's assumed the murderer is wearing gloves, but it doesn't look like he's wearing gloves in that video, though it's so fucking hard to tell. But that's not what we're pointing to. And we're not pointing to these gloves, right? Oh, fuck. I meant to hit present. No, we're not pointing to those gloves. Alright, time to press everything until we can figure out what the fuck is happening. It's because you pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. Then and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. So that's his locker. That's Marshall's locker. But the fingerprint wasn't on, the bloodstained handprint wasn't on this locker. It was on the other locker. How do I tell them that's all that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Updated in the court record. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? This seal of blood. In the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. There is, though. There's something shoved into that locker while that tape is recording. It's literally you. It's literally you. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue with your testimony, Officer Marshall. Okay, how do I tell them? Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? Oh, that's what I needed. That's what I needed, isn't it? Hold on. We're gonna save because I'm a scaredy cat. But okay, now we can present it, right? Now we can present it because he's not in it, but he's in it. What do you mean? What do you mean? He's in it. His locker. It's opened and shut in that video. What do you mean? I'm like one step closer. And then I'm not. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that... Where's my accent going? Isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. I have something! How do I tell you I have this theory? Game, how do I tell you I have information? How? But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. No, Phoenix. There is important shit in there. You just don't know it. Game. Blind spots? Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. Yes, I have. Yes, please. Yes, I have evidence. I have evidence. I do. Please, let me tell you. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Shut up, boo-boo. I got this. Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence. I skipped ahead. Okay. Fast forward. Da, 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 da. Even the fast forward's not fast enough. Okay. Wow. Holy shit, he opened the locker. Da, 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 da. Oh, Meekins, you dumbass. You get yourself an altercation. And then... Ba, 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 ba. Poor Meekins. Okay. Pause. There. This. Do it. Take it. Take my evidence. Ah, thank you. Okay, I'm glad I figured this out. I was this close to being like, let's look up a guide because I'm too stupid for this. But no, we got it. Bringing our attention back to the security camera, because it's my new favorite piece of evidence now, is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The day is all short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you had to say in 8 words or less, even though I talk like a paragraph? Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video! They actually paid attention. That's hilarious. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Yours, bitch! That locker with the white cloth sticking. Oh, sorry, that's the judge. Clearly. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Hi, Meekins, what's up? Sorry you're passed out. Come on, pan back. I wish they would speed up their own tapes. There's nothing there. Oh, the white cloth. It's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order! Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Oh, you dumbass. This is why it's good you suck with technology. Because we've literally discussed that only the person who owns their fingerprint is what opens the locker. You can't open someone else's locker with your finger. Oh, boo-boo. Oh, you dumb. You dumb-dumb. You dumb-dumb. Even Edgeworth knows. He's like, ah, fuck. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Judge, come on. Even the judge knows. Everyone knows. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. He doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade. No, I don't. But you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh, yeah? I call your bluff. You really don't want to. You say I opened that locker. Now prove it. Real easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here you go. Fingerprints, and so you say? I do not see. I do not hear. We talked about this earlier today. Of course, you weren't here for that conversation. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made that big fuck up. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. Ooh, what kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Oh shit. I forgot he said that. Funny how that's relevant. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Oh! Oh! As he tears up leather, I think. I don't know what that is. No! He is not a good cowboy. Oh, come back. Yeah, he could be a better cowboy, but unfortunately not. Not today. Order, order, order! Witness, explain your stupidity. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Interesting stress reliever. Objection! I'm innocent! The defense rests. Ole, please answer the question. What is he now, a bullfighter? Ole, ole, I say. That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? Dumbass, he's either guilty or part of the part of the murder. Keep up, man. Have a look at these floor plans. There was no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet, Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. I didn't do his voice. Don't worry about it. He was hiding his cowboy mags. My favorite alibi for a murder? A lady was out buying the materials to kill her husband when her husband was murdered. Oh, gosh. Gotta love it when people make themselves very obvious. That's right. The only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? Gee, I wonder if he was... Wait. Killer? Victim? Wait. How do I... Okay, this should be obvious, but like, are we talking victim as in Goodman or killer as in... Well, no, Goodman didn't kill him. Okay, so this one. Sorry. Officer Marshall was standing right here. That's an amazing alibi. I'd use it. Yeah, that's a beautiful alibi. There? But that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman. Now pull up your hair so we can see if it's shaved down. But that's preposterous. Why am I speaking like the judge? But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene, but Meekins doesn't know what Goodman looks like. He's a dumbass. Well, okay, that's not really his fault, but like, he didn't know what he looked like. So anyone could have been like, yes, I'm Detective Goodman. And he would have been like, oh, okay, cool. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. No, he wouldn't. Thank you. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman? He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife up on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? I'm just gonna chew on this leather and not speak. For once. You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. At least go for a different, like, insult. Don't go back to the same one. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that my beard looks fabulous and he's wrong about it? I mean, that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Ah! This can't be happening! I know, right? That face can't be, like, perfectly healthy with that constant, like, ch-ch, ch-ch. His hair can't be growing that fast either. Like, come on. You just ch-ch, ch-ch, and then you're done. That's it. You're good. You don't need to touch it again for maybe a day or two. Maybe probably more. Depending how you like your hair. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? You want to help me out, boo-boo? He's not going to help me. I'm fucked. It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. You motherfucker. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. Oh! You know, Dandelion, that would be perfect. Just bring Meekins back in, have him look at Marshall and be like, is this the man you saw? Clear. Done. Perfect. I would say that's worth checking for sure. I don't know if they're going to do that here, but that would be a smart thing to do. Return to basics. The basics. Oh, he's giving me a hint. He is kind of helping me. True, Meekins is kind of stupid, but you'd hoped that he'd look at a face and know, like, who attacked him. You would think, like, he would look and be like, oh shit, don't pull out a knife again. Some kind of survival instinct. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. Wait. Meekins was attacked with a knife that was covered in facial tissue. There is facial tissue on the knife? Oh. No, what was I gonna say? Fuck. 'Cause he's shaving. Oh. Yeah. Okay, no, I was gonna say, it's he had to ditch the jacket because Meekins bled all over him. He grabbed his collar and he got blood on the jacket. He couldn't walk out with fucking blood on the jacket. That would have been too fucking obvious. That has to be it. That's the reason. Honestly, nice teamwork there. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, what exactly is this piece of cloth? It's the jacket. It's the fucking jacket. Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. You know, my new favorite piece of evidence. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. It's because there's blood on that jacket. It's because there's blood on the jacket. He couldn't walk out with blood all over his jacket. That would have been too fucking obvious. Very well, let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker. Okay. Fast forward. Blah, 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 blah. It is a cute song. But if I heard it in the middle of the night, I'd be freaked out. Okay, gotta fast forward some more. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I gotta slow it down, because around here, the attack happens. He grabs him. There. Blood! Sorry, it's hit percent. Yeah! For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and enter the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad. Partner. Now he's using it in quotes. We're no longer partners.